Good morning, tubers. Or maybe not such a good morning, huh? Madam Roy back again. Ooh, look at all those birds flying away, and for good reason. It is really nasty today. Let me make sure this seat is dry. Give you guys kind of an update. This is the 12th of February 2018. And, yeah, we ain't going to be walking today. It is really rainy. It's supposed to rain all day long. Tomorrow is going to be nice. So tomorrow, Mom and I are going to go ahead and walk the path again. Going to get as much exercise as we can in today. We may walk the mall a little bit. I'm going to try to get at least my 15,000 steps in, which may or may not happen today. Just nothing you could do about it. And the other reason is my body is sore. The last 2 days, I have walked to the bench on the Suffolk Seaboard Coastline Trail, which is a 4-mile round-trip walk, pretty much nonstop. The only stopping I did was to sit on the bench for a minute and record a short video. But ever since then, my body's been killing me. I'm sure that the weather has a lot to do with it, too. It's cold, rainy. Most people's bones ache when it's like this outside. Tell you what happened to me last night. I woke up around 4 a.m. needing to use the restroom, and I could barely get my butt out of bed. My lower back and my legs, not my knees, but like my calf muscles were so tight and achy. I was like walking like an old man. I was kind of like limping to the bathroom at that point. So I think today we're just going to take it easy. You gotta listen to your body. If your body's telling you you're overdoing it, just stop and give yourself a rest day. Now, granted, my rest days are not really rest days. Usually I still get at least 10 to 15,000 steps in, but I'm going to take it easy today. Mom and I have to do some shopping. I am really seriously considering getting that Nikon D5500, the DSLR camera. Matter of fact, we may be doing that today. I haven't 100% decided yet. It's just going to depend on if they have any in stock, which right now they said they have 2 of them in stock. And if some of the money I'm going to get from Mom and Dad, this was actually going to be part of my Christmas present. Believe it or not, I never got a Christmas present. I was originally going to get the scratches fixed on the Chrysler Town & Country, but the way the weather's been, I'm not going to be able to do that until the spring, probably April, maybe May. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to pay for that myself and then have them help me out now getting this digital camera, because you're going to see some incredible vlogs with that camera. I've seen people vlogging with the Nikon D5500. It is a beautiful camera. I've even gotten some tips on how not to get that autofocus motor noise. Basically what you do is when you're vlogging, you fix the focus on your face, and you just basically go there. Now, the foreground might be a little blurry, but it actually still looks pretty good. Now, that's the kit lenses that come with it. I can upgrade later on to a more professional lens, and I won't have that problem. But to start with, I think you guys are going to notice a tremendous increase in the quality of these videos. I'm going to pause this vlog for a few minutes. I'm cold. I'm actually wearing shorts right now because Dad informed me that it was going to be in the 70s today. Nah, it's probably down in the 50s, maybe now even into the high 40s. So I got to go ahead and switch to sweatpants. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers, coming to you from the Chrysler Town & Country. I literally have to wait a few minutes because my entire windshield is fogged up this morning. Not surprised. Let me get on the right one here. I still get confused to which one's the defroster, and so you guys don't hear tons of noise, I actually switched to the Bluetooth speaker here so you guys can hear me better. Mom and I kind of have a new plan for the day, considering that the rain is not going to stop pretty much for the whole day. I think we're going to go and see Peter Rabbit, which we have not seen yet. It's supposed to be a really good movie. Got good ratings, and it kind of looks funny. I mean, it's your typical CGI animated live action film, kind of like the Alvin and the Chipmunks series. So I don't know, could be good, might not be. We'll just have to see what happens there. All right, looks like my windshield is cleared off at this point. One thing I do have to get done with this van sooner or later is another oil change. It's not due yet, but whenever you buy a used vehicle like I did, especially one that has over 100,000 miles. You never know how often the previous owner changed their oil. You hope that they did it every 2,000 or 3,000 miles, but a lot of times they don't. So the good thing to do is, and I've done this with every used vehicle I've owned, for the first 4, maybe 5 oil changes, instead of changing it every 3,000 to 4,000 miles, I change it at about 2,500 miles. And I've done that so far. This will be my 3rd oil change on this van, and it actually looks pretty good. Whenever I empty the oil in this, it's never very dirty. It's dark, like you would expect old oil to look, used oil, but I put my fingers in there, I feel for grit. There isn't any kind of grit or grime or anything that shouldn't be in there, aka metal particles that may have come from parts of the engine. And yes, before you ask, I have done all the oil changes on this car personally. I don't really use like the quick lubes anymore. Ever since I went to what the heck was that, Trade Quarters years ago, and they underfilled the oil by about a half a quart. No, I think that was more like a quart, and they forgot to put the dipstick in all the way. So I'm driving away, and all of a sudden I start smelling something like burning oil on the engine. Pulled over, opened the hood or the bonnet, and sure enough, oil was spewing all over the engine because they didn't put the dipstick all the way back in. So I just don't trust those places anymore. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there probably have your own horror stories about that. But luckily, this van is in really good shape. Whoever owned this van before took really, really good care of it. The only other thing I do have to do eventually is in the back here, and I know I've mentioned this before, they must have had kids. The headliner in the back, there are 3 places where the kids drew stick figures, which I'm sure I can get off. I think it was just with pencils, so I could probably get some. I'm thinking I'll probably try like the magic eraser and just go up there very lightly and just kind of wipe it off. But to be honest with you, I haven't had the motivation to do it yet. I've had other things important on my mind. And one thing I realized I didn't do this morning, I forgot to shave. Look at that. You can see my little mustache growing in there. Oh well. I actually look good sometimes with a mustache, though, because of my skin condition, which I've said before, but I'll say it again. It's called keratosis pilaris. It's a very rare Norwegian skin disease, or skin condition, I should say. It causes inflammation of the hair follicles, which is why I have very few eyebrows and I have very little facial hair in general. Luckily, it doesn't affect my hair on my head, as it actually can with some people. But only lately, as I've gotten into my 30s, have I actually started growing any facial hair, mustache, a little bit of a beard at times too. So, you know what? I'm actually blessed by that, and the fact that it's really light means I can just use an electric razor, unlike my father, who has to use triple blade regular razors. Probably a straight razor would actually work better for him, but you know what? It is what it is. There's a green light in every situation. I heard that somewhere. I don't know exactly what that means, but the weather here is brutal right now. I'm telling you, the rain is starting to pick up a little bit. We're actually seeing some flooding right now. You know what? Around here, it's not uncommon because we are actually in a lot of places below sea level or right at sea level. Our house, being that it's on a not on a slab, it's on an actual foundation, and we have like a crawl space underneath. Our house is technically about 3 or 4 feet above sea level, so we usually don't have to worry about flooding. But a lot of the houses right down the street in the older sections, the ranch houses that are on slabs, do, because they're actually technically under sea level, maybe -1, -2 feet. So flood insurance is a must for certain people in this area, if they can even get it. The government, at least in Virginia, I don't know about other states, has really raised the price of flood insurance to where most people can't afford it. You know, in the really high-risk areas, they know it, and they'll charge you for it. I had somebody tell me they lived in Virginia. They live in Virginia Beach, and they got flooded out that last hurricane that we had, and it was like, they said to get flood insurance after that, it was like $350 or $400 a month. I don't know about you guys. I can't afford $350, $400 a month. I can't budget that. So Unfortunately, people in that case, I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's nice to live in Virginia Beach. It's nice to live near the water. But that's one of the negative aspects of it. You know, you have to worry about hurricanes and even nor'easters around here can do that. I've actually seen nor'easters do more flood damage than hurricanes. It's just a double-edged sword around here, and that's why, as I've said in the past, I absolutely do not like living near water. Not that close. We live close enough to make me nervous at times, but we've not even come close, thank God. Even with the worst, even with Hurricane Isabel back in the day, we didn't even come close to flooding. Our street flooded, but not only is our house up above sea level, but it's actually on top of a little man-made hill, so that's a good thing there. Well, I'm almost at the thrift store. I'm going to stop rambling on here. I'm going to see if they put anything out today, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers, just leaving the thrift store here. Ooh, I'm a little shaky this morning. Nothing to speak of. They did have some blank mini DV tapes, but there were only 2 of them. They wanted like $2, so I figured I'll wait till sale day tomorrow. Hopefully I can get them for just a little bit cheaper. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit of a cheapskate. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit it. It was so funny. I was talking to you guys. I drove all the way here in this kind of weather with my wipers on. My headlights were off. Yeah, right. For those of you who don't know, in this state, that is a big no-no. If a cop had caught me doing that, I'd probably be getting a ticket. So hopefully they don't hear of this. Nah, they couldn't prove it anyway. But I'm heading down to Dollar Tree real quick. I need to see what they have in. Usually they get a bread delivery on Mondays. It may not be here this early, but I want to see if they got any rye bread. And we'll see what else they have. They've been getting some interesting items in lately. I'll tell you, those jalapenos are excellent. The ones I got in the big jar. If you ever seen that, check out that video. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause this vlog. I'll see what I can come across at Dollar Tree. Who knows? Maybe in a few minutes we'll go ahead and do a Dollar Tree haul video. Talk to you guys shortly. Woo! All right, tubers, back in the van. I tell you, the rain started to feel pretty good on my skin because they must have the heat pumped up in these stores, because I was in the thrift store and then Dollar Tree, and by the time I got out of both, I was actually starting to sweat. I guess this is in preparation for the cooler temperatures that are coming. Didn't really get any. I didn't get anything at the thrift store. I didn't even really get enough to do a pickups video for Dollar Tree, but I will show you a couple items that I got that are kind of interesting. Something new that they have. This is at least new to me. I've never seen this before. This is Clar and Danver liquid hand soap. Got the Berry Delicious and Apple Fields. Now, for what you guys don't know what these are actually just the regular liquid hand soaps that you put into the pumps, and each one of our bathrooms has that because that's the way we like to wash our hands. It's more sanitary than using bar soap, because basically when using a bar soap, you're using all the previous person's germs to wash your hands. But that's pretty much all I was able to get at Dollar Tree. They haven't really stocked up. I guess their trucks haven't shown up yet because pretty much everything was empty. There was really no bread to speak of. The canned goods, like this, where they usually have the soups, were like almost nothing there. The shelves were just totally bare. Even the frozen foods, which actually come on a different truck, were pretty empty too. So I think that the weather is just holding everybody up today. Well, you know what? There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future to do Dollar Tree hauls. I'm going to go ahead and pause this vlog. I don't have anything else right now to talk about. I am still going to be doing the review of that listen to me, Victrola turntable. I almost bought the Crosley, but the Crosley was more expensive. And hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. Let me pause this vlog, and I'll talk to you guys. On the flip side, I need another cup of coffee, right? Talk to you guys later. All right, tubers, I am back home. I'm making my second cup of coffee right now. Slurp, 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 slurp. I definitely needed it today, too. Whenever it rains, I need that extra caffeine boost to get me going. Just caught Baxter, who's trying to eat the lint off the scratching post. I had to stop him doing that. Mom was like, you know what? He probably just needs some roughage. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Unfortunately, the grass that you can get from the pet stores now is in short supply, and it's so expensive, I'm reluctant to even buy it. And it's in pretty poor quality, too, because what they're doing is they're using the stock from last year, stuff they've just kept going, and half the time you buy it, and it turns brown the next day. So they're just going to have to rough it. I might try to get them some type of grain or something. I've heard there's a something you could put actually in their water that helps with their stomachs. I think what's happening is, you know, cats in the wild can eat any kind of grass or leaves or what we call roughage that they want, but when they're in the house, they're house cats like I have, that's in short supply. I mean, I only get to buy them that grass in the summertime, so their body is starting to crave it. So I think I'm going to look into that online. Like I said, there's some minerals you can buy to put in their water. There's also some type of dry food you can get that has a lot of roughage in it, but unfortunately, Baxter does not like the dry food. I see Milo eating it all the time. Baxter, not so much. He pretty much just kind of eats the wet food and some of the treats that I give him. So I'm going to try to cut him back on the treats and get him some of the better dry food. And I do give him good stuff. They get Solid Gold, which is Petco's premium brand. And so far, they've done pretty good on that. Well, I'm going to end the vlog here for today. I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm going to take a sip, drink my second cup of coffee. I'm close to 5,000 steps right now, too, by the way, guys. So even though this may be more of a rest day, I think I'm still going to get upwards of 10,000, 15,000 steps. And when you guys want to check that out, you can follow me on Facebook. And you can actually see, just click the link in the video description. It'll bring you to my Facebook page. I post my steps every day. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.